In what seemed like an ordinary day at a Trump rally, where supporters were waving flags and chanting, chaos suddenly erupted. What was supposed to be a routine campaign event quickly transformed into a scene straight out of a thriller. Former President Donald Trump, known for his larger-than-life persona, became the target of an attempted assassination. Yes, someone actually tried to take out Trump in broad daylight. Trump was on stage, delivering one of his signature speeches. The crowd's energy was high, and everything seemed normal. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out. The bullet whizzed past Trump, grazing his ear. He flinched but remarkably kept his composure. The Secret Service sprang into action, and chaos erupted as people scrambled for cover. The shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was armed and dangerous, turning the scene into a tense standoff. But before delving into the standoff details, it's crucial to explore who this man was and what led to this dramatic moment. Crooks had a shady and troubled background. The FBI launched a full-scale investigation immediately after the incident, uncovering deeply unsettling details. Crooks had been meticulously planning something big for quite some time. Searches of his home revealed a disturbing arsenal, a cache of weapons, detailed plans of the rally location, and manifestos filled with extremist views. Authorities quickly categorized this as a potential act of domestic terrorism and ramped up their investigative efforts to piece together every facet of Crooks' life. Digging deeper into his past, investigators found that Crooks had been on the radar of local law enforcement for various minor offenses, but nothing that hinted at such extreme actions. His social media profiles, however, painted a darker picture. Filled with cryptic messages, conspiracy theories, and angry rants, it became clear that Crooks was deeply disillusioned and had been radicalized over time. The investigation revealed that he had been active in several online forums that promoted violent ideologies and anti-government sentiments. Friends and family members, shocked by the revelation, described Crooks as a loner who had grown increasingly isolated in recent years. Some noted his growing obsession with politics and his vehement opposition to Trump. But even those close to him couldn't have predicted such a violent outburst. As the FBI continued to dig, they discovered that Crooks had recently purchased a significant amount of ammunition and had been practicing at a local shooting range. Crooks' background was a complex tapestry of personal failures and ideological radicalization. Born in a small town, he had a tumultuous upbringing marked by a series of personal and professional setbacks. Dropping out of college, he struggled to hold down a job, moving from one low-paying position to another. His personal relationships were equally unstable, with family members noting a pattern of isolation and withdrawal. His descent into radicalization began subtly. Initially, Crooks was merely vocal about his dissatisfaction with the government and societal norms. Over time, however, his views grew increasingly extreme. He began frequenting online forums known for their radical content, where he found a community that echoed his growing discontent. These forums, often a breeding ground for extremist ideologies, provided Crooks with a sense of belonging and validation that he struggled to find in his offline life. As his online activities intensified, so did his radical beliefs. He consumed a steady diet of conspiracy theories and extremist propaganda, which painted a picture of a corrupt government and societal decay. This online radicalization process is a growing concern for law enforcement agencies, as it highlights the ease with which individuals can be drawn into extremist circles. Crooks' radicalization was also fueled by a sense of personal failure. Unsuccessful in his career and estranged from his family, he began to view his life through the lens of these extremist ideologies, which offered simple explanations for his complex problems. This cognitive shift is a common pattern among individuals who become radicalized, as it provides a scapegoat for their personal and societal grievances. The turning point for Crooks came during the height of political tensions in the country. He became fixated on Trump, whom he viewed as a symbol of everything he despised. His online activities revealed a deep hatred for the former president, whom he blamed for the country's perceived decline. This hatred was not just political, it was deeply personal, rooted in his belief that Trump embodied the corruption and decay he saw in society. The attempted assassination at the rally was meticulously planned. Crooks had managed to blend in with the crowd, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His calculated move to target Trump in such a public and high-stakes environment underscored the gravity of his intentions. But amidst the chaos and the gunfire, Crooks' plan fell apart. The Secret Service's quick response neutralized the threat, and Crooks was taken down in the ensuing confrontation. In the aftermath of the shooting, the rally site was transformed into a crime scene. Authorities combed through every inch, gathering evidence and interviewing witnesses. The FBI's priority was to establish whether Crooks had acted alone or if there were co-conspirators still at large. The initial findings suggested that while Crooks might have been influenced by online groups, he appeared to have acted on his own. As for Trump, he remained remarkably composed throughout the ordeal. Known for his resilience and defiant nature, this incident was no different. Later that evening, Trump addressed his supporters, thanking the Secret Service and law enforcement for their swift action. He spoke about the importance of unity and the need to stand strong in the face of such threats. His words resonated with many, further galvanizing his base. The attempted assassination has only fueled Trump's resolve. Despite the close call, he was back on the campaign trail, undeterred and more determined than ever. This incident, while harrowing, showcased the efficiency and bravery of the Secret Service and highlighted the ever-present risks faced by public figures. Crooks' actions have sparked a broader conversation about the rise of domestic terrorism and the role of online radicalization. Law enforcement agencies are now more vigilant, understanding that threats can come from unexpected places and seemingly ordinary individuals. The FBI continues to monitor online activities, hoping to prevent future incidents by identifying and intervening with those showing signs of radicalization. Trump's reaction to the attempt on his life also brought to light some of his ongoing controversies. For example, his continued advocacy for hydroxychloroquine as a COVID-19 treatment raised eyebrows during the pandemic, driven by his own financial interests and connections to pharmaceutical companies like Sanofi. This, among other actions, has painted a complex picture of a president who often intertwined personal interests with national policy. Moreover, Trump's engagement with emerging technologies, such as Bitcoin, reflects his keen interest in maintaining influence over diverse economic sectors. His statements and actions regarding Bitcoin have fueled both support and criticism, highlighting his ability to shape conversations and markets even outside traditional political arenas. Additionally, the broader context of Trump's ambitions includes grandiose plans like building an Iron Dome over America, a proposal that has drawn skepticism and debate over its feasibility and implications. These ambitious projects and his polarizing leadership style continue to make headlines, intertwining with the dramatic events like the assassination attempt to shape his public persona. Trump's decision to sit for a victim interview with the FBI marks a significant step in the investigation. This unprecedented move, where a former president becomes directly involved in an ongoing criminal investigation as a primary witness, underscores the gravity of the situation. During the interview, Trump recounted the chaotic moments of the rally, providing his perspective on the threat and the immediate actions taken by his security detail. A deeper dive into the political climate reveals a nation divided. Trump's presidency, marked by contentious policies and a combative style, has polarized the American public. Supporters view him as a steadfast leader unafraid to challenge the status quo, while detractors criticize his rhetoric and actions as dangerously inflammatory. This assassination attempt can be seen as an extreme manifestation of the heightened tensions that have characterized recent years. Furthermore, Trump's handling of the aftermath of the assassination attempt has been closely scrutinized. His public appearances and statements post-incident have been carefully crafted to reinforce his image as a resilient and unshakable leader. However, behind the scenes, there are concerns about the security protocols in place and whether additional measures need to be implemented to protect public figures in such politically charged environments. The investigation into Crooks' motives and connections continues to unfold. Preliminary findings suggest he was a lone actor influenced by radical online communities, but investigators are leaving no stone unturned. They are examining his digital footprint, looking for any signs of collaboration or support from larger extremist groups. This aspect of the investigation highlights the ongoing challenge law enforcement faces in combating the spread of extremist ideologies online. As the dust settles, the attempted assassination of Donald Trump stands as a stark reminder of the volatility of the current political climate. It underscores the importance of vigilance and preparedness in protecting public figures and maintaining public safety. The nation watches closely as the investigation progresses, aware that this story is far from over. The ramifications of this incident extend beyond immediate security concerns. It prompts a reevaluation of the broader societal issues that contribute to such extreme actions. The rise of online radicalization, the polarization of political discourse, and the increasing prevalence of domestic terrorism are all factors that demand attention and action from policymakers, law enforcement, and the public alike.